Morning, welcome to Thinking is Contagious. Uh, Going to talk a little bit this morning about a novel concept idea. Would like some your feedback on it. Uh, Shoot some holes in it, but I kind of like it, and I think it really should be something that should catch a lot of momentum. Should get a lot of wind in the sail. Like I said, I like to run in the mornings, and it's really when I think. And 5 miles this morning, and I'm thinking, and I'm hearing. I had heard a story about how this push for reparations continues, uh, and I'm thinking it's a pretty good idea, but in this on this platform, the Wuhan virus, COVID. I think it's pretty well perceived at this point. I think there's pretty much evidence pointing to the fact that this was a virus that was man made in Wuhan and escaped, somehow got out of the laboratory. And there's reports that as early as October, November of 19, people being infected with it in Wuhan. Um, this being the case, uh, and the fact that the Chinese have denied this, they keep blaming the wet market. But like I said, it looks more and more every day like the Chinese created this in a laboratory. Even Dr. Fraud saying now that he has some doubts about the wet market story uh, being the origin of the virus. So if you even have Dr. Fraud saying this, I think that there's a good history of based on his flip flopping in the past uh, that he's always floated first the politically correct angle, and then as science casts the light of clarity and truth upon his agenda driven political comments, he has to backtrack. And if he decided to compete in the backstroke for senior citizens, he would probably win a gold medal, Dr. Fraud. But like I said, here's my idea. China, we can do this under the US system or under the Chinese system. The Chinese system is you have to basically, the government charges you with something, you have to prove that you're innocent. Or we can do it the American style, which is, I think, the correct style, which is the correct way to do it, which is we charge you with something and we have to prove that you are guilty as charged. And I think that's the fair way to do it with China. But I also think that much like when you have cases where there's very outstanding high risk situations, people are incarcerated without bail. I think you have situations where people are suspended without pay. I think all that has to be considered when we make this statement. Here's my proposal. China doesn't want to come to the table. We're seeing the massive human rights violations. We're seeing the way that they are handling their political situation in China. We are seeing that uh, there is no true free system there, which we've known. It's a communist system. And I think that what we need to do at this point is say, China, we think you're guilty. We are going to charge you as such. We're going to bring these charges forth and we're going to prove them. You can either cooperate with the investigation, give your evidence, show us where we're wrong. We're willing to listen, but we are also going to research and show that we believe that you are guilty. So you're better off cooperating than you are continuing to fight us. And in the vein of being arrested without bail, we are making this indictment, making this charge based on the fact of as we know them today, and we will withhold all interest payments immediately on treasuries held by the Chinese government or held by the Chinese corporations. All United States treasuries, the interest payments on those are hereby frozen until this is heard before an international tribunal and a decision is made, because we are claiming reparations owed to this country, and whatever it costs this country to fight COVID, to fight the Chinese flu, is what we are making claim on. And we intend to either be paid by you if you are found guilty indeed by a court of law. If you are found guilty, you will make payment. And if you do not make payment, we will continue to write that payment off against future interest payments on United States treasuries that you hold. And I would make that immediate. And I would announce that to the world to prevent them from trading these treasuries out, even at a write-off, at a loss, in order to recoup some of their capital. No one's going to touch these treasuries if this is advised to the world. No one's going to touch these treasuries. It will not affect the United States credit, in my opinion, because there's been damage done. This country's been damaged to the tune of hundreds of thousands of deaths, and hundreds of billions, if not $1 trillion, in losses and financial cost. So I think that is how we handle this, and I think this is how we do this immediately. And I think that this needs to go viral. I think that this needs to get out, and this needs to be heard, and this needs to be done. We're not going to pay interest unless you come to the table and we are able to decipher all the facts, put it before a tribunal, a court of law, whatever you want, let them render a decision. But I'm pretty sure that if this were to happen, I'm pretty sure that the Chinese are going to end up paying for COVID. And they should, if what we believe at this point is true. Circulate it. This, I think, has merit. I think it's a great idea. And I think it's something that should gain some traction. Go viral with it. Send it to your friends. And circulate it. All right? Appreciate your time. And I would like to hear some comments and see what you think. Shoot some holes in this theory. If you think that there's weaknesses or things that are not attainable or not doable for whatever reason, I would like to hear it. All right? Thank you. Have a good day.